It's your returning champion, Elgintensity, aka the Lord of Wiretrap Accusations. It's time for another Q&A, so let me put on my +5 glasses of lawyering and let's talk about this. Arctic Wolf 65 asks, what's your favorite gym idiot so far, and will you upload to YouTube more often? My favorite gym idiot is the Spread Eagle Row chick, who gave me the best thumbnail ever, for a video that turned out to be one of my most watched ever. As for uploading to YouTube more often, I can only do so much when there's really nothing interesting going on in YouTube fitness. Also, the more quarter squats and round back deadlifts I see, the less interesting they become. If I'm gonna come up with things to say about uninteresting subject matter, I might as well just bill more hours at work. YouTube's my hobby, so if it's not fun, I'd rather just not put out a video. That having been said, I do want to upload more often, but to do so, I'll have to occasionally make videos about topics aside from fitness. That way my channel isn't a gym idiot's deluge like it was last year. I missed the bus on a lot of cringy videos, like BuzzFeed's one on manspreading. I could have killed that video, but for whatever reason I had tunnel vision. I'll shoot for a Q&A video at least once a month as well, because I like the viewer interaction. Plus it's good background noise while you do your weekend chores. RiverNeal_ asks, any tips for bench press routine/form? I'm finding I'm making no gains. Well, we can't have that. Like I can either lift it or not, like there's no in between where I can give it that extra push. When I was in that situation, I did more overhead press work and practiced my bench setup, which you can see in the bench footage on my channel. I can't give you any specifics without seeing a video of your lift or seeing your program. If you need in-depth advice, then go to infiniteelgintensity.com where you can sign up with one of the coaches I hired for form checks and custom programs. You'll get better advice than any armchair expert can give you for free, and you won't end up in one of my roast videos. Samalam asks, what's been the best nickname? Elliot Hull's calling you Englin or one of the trap references? Anglin is definitely up there just because of what was happening at the time. That internet scuffle could have made or broken my channel. I also liked Tom Lawyer and Trappleberry Finn, because that's the one I picked for my first Washed Up Loser Olympics video in 2014, which surpassed 2 million views on fucking Dailymotion of all places. Mori asks, what do you think about the body acceptance movement? I think it's been co-opted by fat people to insulate themselves from criticism about their health, as if they needed more insulation. If you were born without arms, I could see why you'd be proud of the way you look. You've had to overcome a lot because of the hand you were not dealt. If you're proud of being fat to the point where you think you're just as beautiful and healthy as the people who give enough of a shit to exercise and watch what they eat, then you're just celebrating laziness. Alan Roberts of Every Damn Day Fitness, aka the other guy who yells in his car, asks, who is a bigger fucktard? Naudi Aguilalala of Fictional Patterns, or Redacted of the Powder Wars? Why does your comment say FBI, dude? Well, it's hard to be smaller than Naudi Aguilera without having leukemia. If you're referring to internet presence, then Naudi is the bigger fucktard, because he doesn't have a YouTube channel on life support and can actually reach people with his bullshit. Every Damn Day Fitness happens to be very skilled at triggering Naudi and other bullshitters, so check him out on YouTube. He's one of my favorite up-and-coming channels and reminds me a lot of my channel when I was starting out. If you don't subscribe, he'll yell at me. Callie Gets Wrecked Every Month asks, no question, just give me sickening shout-out Milord Trapaholics. Asking for favors, what am I, the Don Corleone of fitness? Yes, Callie Got Wrecked Again and Again is getting a pissening, sickening shout-out. Now all I ask for in return is the source material for this meme you posted about a week ago. It's for science. Entitled to it. Martian asks, who is your favorite battle rapper right now? I don't have one, I have about 7. From King of the Dot, I like Jonai, Peanut, Fresco, and Chilla Jones. From Smack, I like Rum Nitty, Conceited, and Tay-Rock. Pizza Fueled asks, did you do something embarrassing at the gym when you started lifting? Fuck yes, everybody did. On my first day, when I got on an adjustable flat bench to do chest flies, I noticed people looking at me. I thought they were Myron, my 40-pound dumbbell chest flies. But I found out later I was on the bench backwards, so my head was where the seat is. Another time, I did preacher curls without the clips on the ends, and after losing control, the fucking plates slid off on each side. So I've qualified for my own Gym Idiot series in my early 20s. Thankfully, these incidents took place before the ubiquity of smartphones, so nobody has footage, I hope. The Dying Arts asks, what is your favorite brand of dress shoes? I'm not gonna say some super expensive brand like John Lobb, I'm gonna refer to something that people can actually afford. My favorite dress shoe brand is Carmina, which is based in Spain. I have a pair of brown monk straps and brown quarter brogue boots from them. Probably the best bang for the buck shoes, Goodyear welted, traditional last shapes, high quality leather. I get mine from a Swedish store called Skoke. For something cheaper, get Meermin, and for something more expensive, get Crockett & Jones. Beauty and Beast 95 asks, which YouTuber, not necessarily fitness YouTuber, would you like to work out with the most, and what exercises would you do? I'd want to lift with Martin Shkreli, because he's god tier at trolling, and we both listen to Wu-Tang. I'd offer him online coaching and merch for free, just because he's so based. We'd probably do a bench workout, because I don't know if he's ever lifted before, and the bench would be the easiest thing for me to teach him. Bill Bellamamine, who was great in Def Comedy Jam, asks, what's your opinion about the Bolt Guy versus h3h3 case? I won't get into the details, because there are far too fucking many, but I think h3h3 will win. Check out Leonard French on YouTube for a breakdown of the case. He also covered the Fine Bros fiasco a while back. The video is full of legalese, so even though I sat through it, you might not be able to. In the unlikely event that Matt Haas wins, the case has already done a lot of damage to his reputation. He'll go from doing shitty parkour to loading ammo in no time. X Danny Boy Swag X asks, who inspired you to start lifting weights? My university opened a fitness center in the ground floor of my freshman year dorm, and my roommates suggested we go there 3 times a week. We had no fucking clue what we were doing, especially me, sitting backwards on benches and shit, but I just got hooked after that. Dude whose name I didn't screen cap asks, any advice on investing? I barely started saving some cash on the side and wondered if you got ideas. Thanks. I'm not going to give specific stock picks, but point you to resources instead. I recommend reading A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Burton Malkiel and Stocks for the Long Run by Jeremy Siegel. Those will keep you busy for a while. The former explains random walk theory and how nobody can consistently beat the market, and the second one explains how a diversified portfolio of stocks outperforms pretty much everything else, with data going back several decades. Both books will give you practical advice to diversify a portfolio as well. Pizza Fueled with another question. This is bullshit. Thoughts about Jason Genova last competition? I try not to discuss serious political issues on this channel, but I'll make an exception this time. Sometimes other competitors show up and you get last place. Specifically, he placed 5 out of 5. Fifth inning. Sure, he ran through poses faster than Usain Bolt, culminating in the world's first backwards most muscular pose, but the fact remains that it politic. Regardless, it takes guts to get on stage, and if I were in his position, I'd shit my pants too. To Brickshaw98 with the nutrition question, pineapple on pizza? Unless you bummed the pineapple off Chris Jones like Vince G did, you can put pineapple on whatever the fuck you want. I still pay for my own pineapples. Legally, no laws broken. Abhikhdar asks Trapmaster Slam, which supplements do you use nowadays? Pretty much the same as last time. 5 grams of creatine, a scoop of whey, and 2 vitamin D3 capsules. I don't take pre-workout anymore because I lift in the evening and it interferes with my sleep. You can get 15% off any of this shit if you buy it through my MyProtein link in the description box. Miles Gunter asks, who does your social media marketing? I do for the most part. I also use Buffer to schedule posts and Springbot to track my traffic. I also have mods for my YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Instagram, but they're volunteers, so they're pretty fucking lazy. My main priority is to make more videos, but I'm open to suggestions to improve my social media presence because I know it blows. OG Fidical asks, if you grew another head on your shoulder, would you rather it be Dave Castro or Rich Piana's head? I'll pick the less cancerous one, so Rich Piana's. It'll make recording smaller by the day much easier. Plus, if I wanted to leave my humanity behind, I can have it removed. Ripple Tits asks, what game are you playing the most lately? And will you be my friend on Steam? I'm lonely. That's too bad because I don't add randoms on Steam, but you can join the Infinite Elgintensity group on Steam. And if you're not a total dipshit, I might add you in the future. As for the games I'm playing the most lately, that would be Nioh on PS4. I've already spent about 80 or 90 hours on it. Intro to Sid Blues asks, has a CrossFitter ever confronted you face to face? Absolutely not. I've met 2 CrossFitters in real life, one at the gym and one on the subway. The one I met at the gym had decent squat form, but he stopped going there after finding out about my YouTube channel. I don't know if those two things are related, but we never had any unpleasant encounters. The other CrossFitter I met on the subway shook my hand and didn't leave any body glitter on it. He said, "Hey, I'm a fan even though I'm a CrossFitter." Then I got off at my stop and checked behind me to make sure he wasn't following. I don't foresee any confrontations in real life because deep down inside, CrossFitters know I'm right, which is why in all the years I've been shitting on them, a community dedicated to proving me wrong never formed. Dylan 2020 asks, wasabi or teriyaki sauce? Wasabi, but I only eat the real stuff. The green shit you get at most American sushi joints isn't real wasabi, it's horseradish paste. Real wasabi is expensive, has to be grated on shark skin, and isn't as hot as the fake shit is. Alright asshats, it's lawyering time. Let me adjust my glasses again. Aesthetics Chakruli asks, take CrossFit for a year or stop lifting for a year. Pretty much the same thing, bro. CrossFit is lifting the way making cereal is cooking. What I could do is tell one of my many CrossFit Level 1 certified fans to give me a real strength program to run for a year. Even if it's a regurgitated, well-known powerlifting program, that would still be considered taking CrossFit for a year, because according to the morons at HQ, anything that a Level 1 certified coach gives you counts as taking CrossFit. Hey Glassman, I have an insider at your firm. And finally, Grade A Under A asks, say you committed a crime, got caught, and were headed to prison for life. No pussy Swedish prison with saunas and cool shit like that. You're going to San Quentin. Maximum security prison, general population. Lots of huge scary dudes who bicep curl your body weight as a warm-up. And no chance of parole either. Judge wants you to rot there. 1. Would you cut your dick off if it meant you'd go to a much safer female prison instead? And 2. What crime would you most likely have committed to get there? The crime I committed would obviously be espionage, because I've associated with cyberbullies who've uncovered classified background information about certain fitness YouTubers. By the way, to go to a female prison, all I'd have to do is identify as a female. See, great, in the US, dipshits can identify as whatever the fuck they want and people actually believe them. I call it Jedi identification mind tricks. Anyway, once I'm in prison, I'll call Dr. Lane Norton, who will repay me for all my memes and videos by using his vast fortune to build me an El Chapo-style tunnel so I can escape. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, now.
Everybody drugs them body sometime. Everybody tries the gear somehow.